This guy has a great show called Joking Off that happens at the Laughing Skull Lounge. He's an amazing comedian. Make a lot of noise right now for the very funny Greg Behrens!
Yeah, keep it going for the Fresh Prince of White Privilege. I don't see a flat top like that too often. Gotta mention it. Glad the holidays are over. You as well? Yeah? Yeah, I'm sick of going to parties. I had to go to my wife's office Christmas party, and I'm not great at talking to people. I'm great at talking at people, just towards them, but I can't do small talk. My wife works in an office, it's all women, and I was in this corral with all the other husbands and boyfriends, and Heather's roommate of 22 years, Judy. So I went up to the first person that I saw and I was like, "Hey man, what do you do?" And he goes, "Well, right now I'm an unemployed handyman." And I was like, why the fuck is handyman in there? Like, you're unemployed. Like, all the fields are open. Like, why not say that you're an unemployed doctor? Like, at least then I would feel like you're doing something, you know? Say you're an unemployed astronaut or something. Like, the sky literally is not even the limit in this situation. Maybe that lack of ambition is part of the reason you're unemployed. And then he was like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "Unemployed comedian." And then we stared at each other for like 4 fucking hours. It was the worst. I'm also over the family aspect of it, don't need that. If you guys are anything like me, my mom's really disappointed in you. She's not wrong. I'm not a wealthy guy, despite appearances. I'm not even rich in nutrients. I feel like that shows even like most people before I get on stage that they think that I'm there to like supervise some kind of maintenance issue or something. What's this guy doing here? Helping with the plumbing. But I was at a gas station earlier, and I must have been putting off some kind of vibe of success, because this dude with gold teeth asked me for $1. Yeah, I was like, that's sweet of you. Like, I don't know what about my pleasure casual wardrobe would lead you to believe I didn't just put my life savings on pump 4. But it's very kind of you. I do have $1, but like if I'm gonna hand that out to somebody, I'm gonna need to move some stuff around. You can't just be handing these out willy-nilly. Like, I don't even have valuable teeth. Like, these are just yellow. Like, we're not the same. And I said all of this out loud, so he just kind of walked off. I don't know if he ever got the $1. I feel like the tattoo should be a pretty good indicator that I'm not great with money. All tattoos are just grim reminders of different times I had $80. All these are for. But my mom, she likes to compare me to my siblings, which I don't think is fair. Like, my little sister is a lawyer that teaches law at an Ivy League school. And I'm usually powering through a hangover on weekdays. I don't think you can measure us on the same scale. Like, my mom likes to measure success based on wealth and status and just generally having your life together. So she's nailing it. But I'm a comedian. I like to measure success based on how many struggling magicians I'm friends with. It's 6. And one of them is my drug dealer. So, I don't even think my sister has a drug dealer. It's like, get your fucking life together, Jennifer. You have wealth and status. You could have all of this. I do have a magician drug dealer, which is not as fun as it sounds at all. He's not like pulling it out of weird places. Like, he's just like abracadabra and half of my paycheck disappears. Like, And it's just weed. Like, I'm not a monster, you know. Like, it's just, I'm sure a lot of you in here buy weed. You know that if you do, like, he's my main man, but, like, you know, if you buy weed, you can't just rely on one guy. It's like a football team. You gotta have a deep bench, you know? Like, your main guy occasionally goes on the DL. You know, like, drug dealers go on the JL. Like, they go to jail, basically. And then you got to put in your second string man, like he's the guy that takes too many chances, his numbers aren't as good, but you got to play him once in a while, you know? My second string guy is too bold, like he always wants to meet me in public. Like, he wanted to meet me in the parking lot of a Bass Pro Shops at noon on Black Friday. And I did it, because he's calling the place, you know, so I pull up out there and he's like way out in the parking lot on the busiest day of the year, like by himself, way out there. And right in front of him, there's two cops. And they're like right there, and they're doing that cop 69, like where they talk to each other. You know, I invented that. Now you get it. Now you'll always use it. And I know that he hasn't noticed him either because he's drinking a beer in his car. So I'm like, hey, you know, there's two cops, like right there. And then he takes the bag of weed and he fires it to my chest like a pro, and he's like, well, you should probably get the fuck out of here then, dude. Like we're playing some kind of weed and go seek, and I'm it now. And he's gotta get out of there. But he's still better than your third string man. You never want to go to that guy. Like if you know anything about football, your third string guy, he's the guy that, like, he doesn't even play that position normally. Like he sells meth and Xanax, but he can get you some weed. He'll take the money to a separate location. You never want to go to that guy. Atlanta's a great place. It's a progressive city. There's a lot of different kinds of drug dealers. It's fun. They call Atlanta the city that's too busy to hate, which isn't true at all. But it's a noble aspiration, too busy to hate. But I live in the suburbs, and motherfuckers are just clearing their schedules out there. They got all the time. You can just multitask your hate out there. Like I was at my day job recently, and one of my coworkers came to the break room and he went on this rant about the border wall. I'm sure you guys know all about that thing. And he was like, yeah, man, he was like, we need to get this fucking wall up, man. These no good Mexicans coming to this country. What have they ever done for us? Like, yeah, 2 minutes this went on for. And I know that it was 2 minutes because that's how long it took him to heat up his burrito. And I was like, you gotta pick your fucking battles, bro. Like, I think you know what you're fighting for here. You're gonna lose these delicious treats. But, you know, like, and people, they're just, they don't even know why they're angry anymore. Like, people are mad that they're tearing down these Confederate memorials everywhere you go. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but fuck them. We don't need them, right? It's just a racist dude on a racist horse. Like, I don't know who that's for. But I get it, like I get the sad nostalgia of it. Like when I was a kid, I had the second highest score on a Galaga machine, and the old lady that cleaned the bowling alley unplugged the machine and erased all the scores. I was fucking pissed. Right? But I was 7, like I was a child. I wasn't just acting like one. And I didn't expect my ancestors to carry on that fight for me. Like, that's a ridiculous notion. But they'll tell you, you know, it's history, you can't tear down history. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we have Wikipedia and my grandfather. Like, we're not gonna forget the hate. It's all out in the suburbs. You can find it. Like, they're multitasking it now. But then they'll hit you with the stupidest comparison of all time. They'll tell you, well, we have Holocaust memorials. And I'm like, yeah, we do, but Holocaust memorials are always billed like terrible atrocities. Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. But Confederate memorials are always kind of like, oh man, what could have been? No, we're not trying to celebrate it, you asshole. Like if you get a C in history, your mom might throw the paper up on the fridge because you gave it a go, but she's not going to leave it up there for 150 fucking years. Eventually you're going to take that shit down. It's nothing to be proud of. I'll tell you though, you know who loves the Confederacy? My third string weed guy, Cheddar. I I don't like his politics. That's why I don't play him that often. All right, guys, thanks so much.